Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Saturday. It is May the 12th, 2018. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. It's a great card today from Belmont. Gonna look at all the stakes races. Those races are races 3, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So races 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, basically the late pick 4, which looks very hittable, shall I say. So let's get on to it. Starting off race number 3 from Belmont. The third race, it's the 68th running of the Vargancy Handicap. Grade 3, purse $200,000. It's for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 6 horses going the distance of ground of 1,300 meters or the distance of ground of 6 1/2 furlongs on the Belmont main track, Big Sandy. I show the diagram, just gives me a second to look down in my notes, just bear with me. Top selection in this race. I like the number 6 horse here. The number 6 horse, Holiday Disguise. Gonna go 6, 3, 4, 5 in the superfecta. 6, 3, 4, 5 super. Top pick number 6, Holiday Disguise. 9 to 5. Ira Ortiz Jr. is on this 4-year-old filly by Harlan's Holiday. Horse's most recent outing came at Aqueduct, 6th of April, 7 furlongs in the grade 3 distaff handicap. Horse won by by a length that day. She was a little bit wide after stalking, but she had a decent turn of foot at the end. She fought a good race that day. Very nice, victory for the source. The race before wasn't the best runs in the Heavenly Prize Invitational at Aqueduct. 1 mile, March 10th. Horse finished second by 6 3/4 lengths and was just very, very wide that day and really never had a run. Divine Miss Gray just ran a little bit of a better race. And then before that, in the Biagio's Rose at Aqueduct, 1 mile, February the 8th. It was a very low quality horse race. This horse went by 3 1/4 lengths, stalked, got the lead, and took off clear. Very nice victory. Could have won by more, but Junior Alvarado geared down this horse late. Keep in mind, this horse is 2 for 2 here at Belmont by winning the Bowery last May and breaking her maiden here about a year ago at Belmont very nicely. Keep in mind, with that Bowery victory last May, she won by 1 1/4 lengths, but she had a horrible beginning, was way out of it, but she had a great turn of foot around the turn and in the stretch to get the victory. If you watch the replay, if you just look at the beginning, it looked like you would never guess she would have won that day, but she did. She was a good horse that day, but that race must have took a lot out of her because you didn't see her until March of this year. That race was on the 29th of May last year, so a nice little, nice little layoff. I like this horse a lot here, 9 to 5, not the best price, but you're going to have to take it, so watch out. So to recap my bets for the third from Belmont, it's the 68th running of the Grade 3 Vargancy Handicap. Gonna go with the 6 horse Holiday Disguise. Gonna go 6, 3, 4, 5 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 8 from Belmont. The 8th race, it is the beginning of the late pick 4. The 8th race, it's the 5th running of the Run Happy Stakes. Purse $150,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards here. Fields of 6 horses going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or the distance of ground of 6 furlongs on the Belmont main track. 6 furlongs, 1,200 meters, whatever you want to go by. Top selection in this race, I like the number 4 horse. The number 4 horse, who is great stuff. Gonna go 4, 2, 6, 3 in the superfecta. 4, 2, 6, 3 super. Top pick number 4, great stuff. 6-year-old horse by Quality Road. David Cohen's on this one for Dave Jacobson. Horse's most recent outing came 2 weeks ago now here at Belmont. April 28th, 7 furlongs on the Good Widener course and the Elusive Quality Stakes. Horse finished 9th by 13 1/4 lengths. It was the horse's first start and probably last start on turf. Really never got there. Brushed the gate coming out of it. It just wasn't this horse's day to win. Before that, in the Carter Handicap at Aqueduct, 7 furlongs April the 7th. Horse finished 3rd by 9 1/2 lengths. A little bit wide, but had a great turn of foot at the end. He wasn't going to capture the winner, but he had, a great turn of foot at the end. And then the Tom Fool Handicap at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs March the 10th. Horse finished 3rd by 4 1/2 lengths that day. A little bit wide, but was coming at the end. And then before that, won the Toboggan very nicely at Aqueduct, going 7 furlongs January 27th. Horse won by 2 1/2 lengths. Stalked and got the, a little wide at the stretch, but again, got the victory that day against the little subpar horses. Quick pace in front of this horse, and I think with a good post draw here today, I think this horse could be running at the end. 7 to 2, watch out for him. Now, for the multi-race wagering point of view, of course I would use my 4-horse Great Steph. I would definitely use the 2-horse Westwood also, and a little bit of a price play here. Green Grotto, I think he could get a piece for that 20 to 1. So in the pick 4, I would go 3 deep. This is going to be the money-making leg, I think. I think Green Grotto is a good 20 to 1 shot that I think can come in too. So watch out for him. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Belmont's 5th running of the Run Happy, gonna go with the 4-horse Great Stuff. I'm gonna go 4-2-6-3 in the superfecta. I'll go 4-2-6 in my pick 4. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Belmont. The 9th race, it's the 41st running of the Bugay Stakes, Grade 3 purse, $200,000 at your fillies, mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. Fields of 7 horses going the distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/16 on the inner turf course. 1,700 meters, a mile and 1/16. Top selection in this race, I like the number 2 horse here, Inflexibility. I'm going to go 2-6-1-7 in the superfecta, 2-6-1-7 super. Top pick number 2, Inflexibility. 4-year-old filly by Scat Daddy, an Ontario bred here. Javier Castellano gets the leg up. Horse's most recent outing came on the 22nd of April. That came at Aqueduct, mile 16th, inner turf course, an optional 80 claimer. Horse won by 2 1/4 lengths. It was only a small field of 4 horses. This horse stalked that day, got the lead, and then took off clear. Very nice, easy off the break victory for this horse. Before that, she ran the 22nd of October at Woodbine, mile on the EP Taylor Turf course in their Carotene Stakes. She won by a neck that day. Horrible beginning that day. Traffic trouble up the ass, but she was, when she found room in the stretch, she was coming, and she just got there. Good victory at the end, but just a bad trip for her. And then before that, here at Belmont, mile 8th in the inner turf course in the Sands Point Stakes. Horse finished 4th by 1 3/4 lengths. Very, very wide, and you just never really had that good closing kick. It's because this horse is very wide. She's a good inside post short here today, sitting a little bit closer. I think she could run a big one. 8-5, not the best price, but you're going to take it. I would use her on a pick 4 ticket along with the 6 horse, a Raving Beauty, a German bred horse here, first time Lasix for Chad Brown. Also, I wrote Teach Juniors on this one. This horse is coming in from Europe to run. Most recent race came at Campanella in Italy, monoquarter in the Premio Lydia Tessio, a Group 1 race. This horse finished 2nd by a half length that day, and according to the running line, I cannot find the replays for the Italian races for some reason, but according to the running line, this horse chased the leaders, had to lead 3 furlongs out, and then lost the lead a half furlong from the wire. Just couldn't keep up. But before that, I did find the replay for the Dusseldorf race, mile 16th, in just a basic Group 3 race against lesser quality horses. This horse finished 2nd by 2 3/4 lengths. Again, stalked that day, in the midpoint of the race, and then just got overtaken by the winner right before the 16th of 16th from the wire. Couldn't keep up with them. And then before that, in Germany, in a mile Group 2 race, he finished 4th by 9.5 lengths. Didn't have the best beginnings and really couldn't get there at the end. But I like this horse's running style, sitting a little bit closer to the pace. You want to do that on the inner turf at Belmont. So watch out for this horse to upset here at 2 to 1. 2 to 1, not the best price, I know. Upset at 2 to 1, what am I saying? So to recap my bets, the ninth race from Belmont's 41st running at the Grade 3 Bugay. Gonna go with the 2 horse Inflexibility. I'm gonna go 2-6-1-7 in the superfecta. I'll go 2-6 in my pick 4. So now let's get on to race number 10, the 10th race from Belmont Parks, the local prep race for the Belmont Stakes coming up in about 4 weeks. The 10th race, it's the 64th running of the Peter Pan, Grade 3 purse, $350,000. This race is for 3-year-olds here. Field of 8 horses, but we're going to be down to a field of 7 because there's a withdrawal in this race, and I'll tell you who. Field of 7 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters, or the 1-turn mile and 1/8 on Big Sandy, the main track. Like I said, we're supposed to have a field of 8, but we have 1 withdrawal or 1 scratch. That's going to be the 5-horse Diamond King. He's going to scratch you. He's going to run in the Preakness next Saturday, so just keep that in mind. So field of 7 here still doesn't, still my top selection here I've liked all week long. That's going to be the 1-horse Core Beliefs. I think he should run a very big one. He's going to be my single in my multi-race wager. I'm going to go 1-6-3-4 in the superfecta, 1-6-3-4 super. I'll go with the 1-horse Core Beliefs as a top selection. Like I said earlier, I'll single him. And let me refresh what I said earlier. I'll single him on my cheap ticket, but on my little expensive ticket, I'm going to go 1-6. Let me refresh for a second. Sometimes, sorry, I do these videos at almost 2 a.m. in the morning, so sometimes my brain doesn't work as good. That's why I'm always drinking coffee all the time. But cheap ticket, he's getting singled on. The expensive ticket, we're going to go 2 deep, 1-6. Yeah, just keep that in mind. See, I should have read my notes. My top pick here, selection, the one-horse Core Beliefs. Tyler Bay is coming in from Southern California to ride this horse. Horse's most recent outing came on 7th of April at Santa Anita, 1 mile and an eighth in the Santa Anita Derby. This horse finished third by 9.5 lengths that day. Just sat third most of the race. Couldn't catch Justify, who won next start out, and guess what? The Kentucky Derby. This horse just really never could keep up with them. Before that Santa Anita, though, mile 16th made special weight 54,000. Horse won by 3.5 lengths. When Mike Smith with Mike Smith up that day, this horse was on the lead all throughout and had a very nice, easy victory. And then before that Santa Anita, 6 furlong made special weight 54. Horse finished third by 3.25 lengths. Really just couldn't get that good closing kick at the end. But looking over this horse here today, he's bred by Quality Road, who likes Belmont. He's bred to go the 1-turn mile and eighth or mile. It's an elongated sprint, which I think he should really like here today. And I like him quite a bit. 2-1, not the best price, but you're gonna have to take it. You're gonna have to find prices in other races to make the pick 4 pay a little bit better. So watch out for this horse here today. So to recap my bets for the 10th from Belmont's, the 64th running of the Grade 3 Peter Pan. Gonna go with the one-horse Core Belief. Gonna go 1-6-3-4 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 11 from Belmont. The 11th race, its feature race of the afternoon. It is the 60th running of the Man of War Stakes, Grade 1 per $700,000. This race is for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 2,200 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 3/8 on the inner turf course here at Belmont. Local prep race for the Manhattan Handicap coming up in about 4 weeks, Belmont Stakes Day, race before the Belmont Stakes usually. My top selection in this race, I like the number 2 horse, Saddler's Joy. Gonna go 2-7-5-10 in the superfecta. 2-7-5-10 super. Top pick number 2, Saddler's Joy. 3-1 here. 5-year-old horse by Kitten's Joy. Julien Leperoux on this one. This horse's most recent outing came about a month ago, or a little over a month ago now. 31st of March at Gulfstream. A mile and a half in the Pan American Stakes. Horse finished 4th by 4.75 lengths. Was last for most of the race. In the stretch run, had a little bit of a turn of foot, but high happy from the front and just had that little extra kick on him. This horse just couldn't catch him that day. Before that, in the McDermott Handicap at Gulfstream, mile 3, it's March 3rd. This horse won by 3/4 of length, and from the back of the pack, this horse had a great turn of foot that day. From basically last, won that day, an all-around great victory from a layoff. And then before that, in the Breeze Cup Turf at Del Mar, mile and a half, November the 4th, horse finished 4th by 2.25 lengths. Basically last, closed up well at the end. It wasn't a bad outing. And then before then, Turf Classic here at Belmont, mile and a half on the Widener, September 30th. Horse finished 4th by 6 lengths. Just really couldn't get there. Beach Patrol from the front end just had that little extra gear. Just to keep in mind, something that slightly scares me with this horse, he doesn't really run well here at Belmont, but those races had pedestrian times in those mile 3/8 or mile and a half races. There's a little bit of a pace, I think, in this race, and with that pace in here, I think this horse could really close up from being a meltdown. This horse ran this race last year, finished 3rd by 6 lengths, and they basically walked to the mile, walked to the 3/4. They just walked the race basically last year, where Zukova won on a very soft ground. After that, this horse finished 3rd in Manhattan, where they kind of again a little faster than the Man of War, but again this horse just couldn't get that good closing kick, especially from wide post shot. But I think coming here, like I said, with a little bit faster pace this year, I think this horse could upset a 3-1. So watch out for him. Multi-race wager. I'm going to go with the 2-horse Saddler's Joy, of course, and I'm definitely going to use the 7-horse High Happy. I think he could maybe run a big one, so I'll go 2 deep. So to recap my bets for the 11th race from Belmont, 60th running of the Grade 1 Man of War, going to go with the 2-horse Saddler's Joy. I'm going to go 2-7-5-10 in the superfecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Good luck, everybody.